Good morning and welcome to my Cloffice. I hope that you are well this morning. I was reading in Zephaniah 3 and it's about Jerusalem. And then down into verse 9, it goes into talking about the restoration of Israel's remnant. And it says, "Then I will purify the lips of the peoples, that all of them may call on the name of the Lord and serve him shoulder to shoulder. From beyond the rivers of Cush, my worshipers, my scattered people will bring me offerings." You know, the Lord has been stirring in my heart the importance of guarding what comes out of our mouth. We need to choose our words carefully. We need to reinstate some good old-fashioned self-control and guard the things that come out of our mouth. And specifically in this Zephaniah 3:9, when it says the Lord wants to purify our lips so that we can call on his name and serve alongside one another, serve together as one in unity. This is so important. You know, it reminds me, I was reminded of, when you're watching a movie and someone's like talking trash and maybe swearing, using bad language, and someone just kind of butts in and says, "Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?" Well, sometimes I feel like we need to ask ourselves, do you worship the Lord with that mouth? The things that are coming out of your mouth, the things that you're saying, how you're speaking about people, we need to be guarding the things that come out of our mouth and making sure that they edify, that they bless, that they honor, that they reflect the love and the glory of the Lord. And so as I was looking at this, I was reminded of Isaiah chapter 6. And Isaiah chapter 6, at this time, Isaiah is having this vision of the throne room of God. And he sees the 6 seraphim. And in verse 3, he says they're calling to one another, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory." Verse 4, "At the sound of their voices, the doorposts and thresholds shook, and the temple was filled with smoke. Woe to me, I cried. I'm ruined, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips, and my eyes have seen the King, the Lord Almighty." And then one of the seraphim flew to me with a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with tongs from the altar. With it he touched my mouth and said, "See, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away and your sin atoned for." And then it goes on. The Lord is calling us to purification. And yes, to purify the words, to purify what comes out of our mouth, but also to actually walk in sanctification and purity. So I want to encourage you, because you are being called to come home, to come into the presence of the Lord, to come into the throne room and worship. But you must get with Jesus so that he can purify your lips. And then have self-control to keep them clean. Yes, we can come as we are with all our filth, with all our stains. But once you come, then it's time to get into the bath. It's time to get into the river. It's time to allow the Lord to purify you so that you can truly worship him. You are being called into the throne room, into the presence of the Lord. So go before the Lord. Allow him to purify you so that you can worship him in spirit and in truth and be about your Father's business. Have an amazing day, and God bless.